My name is Rajan from Janney Montgomery Scott. It's tempting to be all things to all people in wealth management, but I choose to have just three core audiences: corporate executives, business owners, and working women. To deal and deliver best practices to each one of these audiences, I have a core philosophy that defines my day-to-day interactions with these clients. I take layers and layers of complexity in the markets and bring simplicity to my clients so they can understand what's going on in the markets. Markets were not like how they used to be a few years ago. They're global, they're complicated, they're volatile, they're downright cynical, and clearly unpredictable. So all the more my value and my years of experience, 28 to be precise, as of 2017, is to bring all that complexity down to simple, understandable, and adoptable best practices in investments. I consider myself an educator, an articulator of that simplicity to my clients, because that removes their fears, that helps them understand and brings clarity to the decisions that they allow me to make on their behalf and the investments and the wealth that I manage for them. I consider myself a risk manager first and a wealth manager second. And I tell my clients, I don't create the wealth, the markets do. I'm merely a gatekeeper to the markets. Much like the analogy of the water diviner, I understand where the pockets of risk and the pockets of opportunities are, and I guide my clients and navigate them through those. When the markets are down, to limit their losses and to protect their long life earned savings is more sacred and important to me than to be merely a wealth creator. Every client of mine wants and loves to have a legacy. They want to deliver their hard-earned money to the next generation. And I want to be that facilitator. And sometimes they misestimate how complex and difficult wealth preservation really is. They think it's just putting money into a box, closing the lid, locking it and throwing away the key, and your money is preserved. No, it is not. Wealth preservation has many, many distractions. Single biggest distraction is market volatility. It can put massive dents into the preservation. Client life cycle changes, death, divorce, marriage, inheritances, elderly, retirement, all of that can create distractions and dents into preservation. So my value is to preserve and give them the luxury of a legacy. People ask me, Ash, what is your differential? And I tell them, yes, I understand the fact that you've met so many financial advisors in your life. In fact, we all seem to be saying the same thing and doing the same thing. But I don't want to have a differential just to be different from a vanity point of view. I want my differential to be purposeful, to be relevant to you, the client. I bring several more layers of detail in my process, in my philosophy. Everything I do is bespoke and custom-made to the client's dreams, aspirations, goals, and fears. That's my differential. I personally have a preference for the bespoke. Off the rack doesn't appeal to me. I'm an Anglophile. My favorite thing to do in London is to go to Jermyn Street and get shirts and my suit tailor-made. I love the sense of intimacy and the sense of personalization that the Jermyn Street tailors in Savile Row bring to my wardrobe. I want to do the same thing to my clients, whether it's their retirement plan, their college funding plan, or their estate planning, or their broad financial planning. I want to bring a tailor-made, bespoke element and quality to the best practices I deliver. That summarizes my philosophy to my clients.